asleep on the floor. The people were running galore. They asked for the time to make a number of changes, and I let them.
All the great records, they were done in like 2 hours or whatever, you know. And you think the Beatles' first album was done in a day. And that's why Lennon's voice was shot at the end with Twist and Shout. Because they left that track till the end.
That's right,
You know.
And he said his throat was massive,
Yeah. And to me, that's the magic about it. You know.
Getting that down. From what I've seen with the story of like Slade as well, that got worse near the end, didn't it? When you weren't in a room just playing and getting on with it. Saying, like, that'll do next.
That's it. You know, I mean, you know, so that ended up you put the drums down first, but there's no soul, there's no feel.
Yeah, strangely enough.
Because the thing about it is, but you're a band, you play together.
Yeah.
You know.
Strangely enough, when I first went to London, I was recording there, and I was recording with a guy who was brilliant, but it was like round about like the mid '80s, and all the samples and that were going out there. So you tend to, because it was all new, you kind of chucked all this stuff on. But when you listen to it back now, like you say, it hasn't got any soul.
No.
Whatever. He used to do this thing where if you were playing the guitar and you squeaked the string, he'd go, no, do it again.
Yeah.
And I go, no, it sounds like a human being.
That's it.
Do you know, I always used to say, when we were in the studio, I used to say, would Neil Young leave it in? Or would Neil Young be happy with that? Yeah. Well, it's all right for me then, because these are some of my favourite records.
No, I think the classic one. So it was back in the 80s again, we were going to do some recording, so I arranged to go in the day before, get the drums in, get them sorted out, save a bit of time. I arranged for the young assistant to be there. Anyway, gets there and he's looking at me, I'm taking photos. I said, is there a problem? He said, you're going to use real drums? I said, yeah.
I'm a
real drummer.
Yeah. And he said, I've never worked with real drums. I've only worked with machines and computers. I said, just tell me where I can go and I'll do it all. I'll mic it up. He'd never done it because he just worked, you know, with these machines.
Just amazing. Well, listen, anyway, I'll just introduce you all. I'm having a chat here with Don Powell's Occasional Flames.
Yeah, how are you?
Fine.
Good.
So we got the man himself, the powerhouse behind Slade.
You can call me Don.
Yeah. Don,
Yeah, Don.
Or as we call it, the Don.
Yes, the Don.
The Don.
Sorry, the Don. It's abbreviation.
And Les.
Yes.
Les Glover and Paul Cookson have been on. Like that all day, I'm going to forget that bloody name.
And after tonight, you will.
So yeah, it's just great to. I've just heard some of the songs, and just it seems like what you do, and it's such good fun, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yes.
That was the magic of it when we sort of got together in the studio. We just rattled them off.
Yeah.
You know, we were just like getting off on each other and just having a great time. And to me, I think you can. It tells by playing the disc.
Well, that's why we kept on the little album. We've kept the little chat in between.
Yeah.
Because it sounds, it's three mates. You can hear us chatting and laughing.
Yeah.
And it sounds fun.
It's keeping it real.
Absolutely.
We're keeping it real.
It doesn't know where either.
It's not.
Hannah said she's blocked.
I don't know if she's gone. I've told you not to call me at the office.
I thought he was going to launch it across the room.
Yeah.
Actually, like I said before, I thought you really caught the vibe of the songs, sort of thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You were singing about. You know.
Well, I think that was an integral thing about it when we put it down. But it wasn't sort of conscious, was it? It just happened.
Well, it started off.
happened.
We did these events. I run these events in Retford, Pies, Peas and Performances. Henry and Les have been over. I've done a couple of seasons. Me and Don have been in touch because Don had done a quote for me, book of poems about Slade, and he got his biography out. I said, well, you know, kept emailing, said, come over, we'll do a show. And eventually he said, yeah. So when he came over, Les did a couple of Slade songs. We had a drum kit there, and Don just drummed spontaneously with Les.
Yeah.
At the end of the night, he said, that was great fun. Can we do another one? So when we did, me and Les purposely wrote a couple of songs that you played on that night.
Yeah.
And then we said to Don, if we record them, will they drum on them? Thinking he'd say no. And he went, yeah, of course so. So he came over, we did a couple of songs, and then, well, as he said, they were so fast, he said, have you got any more? At the end of the day, he said, that's great, should we do an album? Me and Les are going, all right, then if you must. You've talked us into it.
Twist me off.
So what started off as like a little side project for me and Les with Don has ended up as, you know, a project, a band.
Yeah.
And
I
just
sort
loads
of
of
fed
fun.
online as well doing live to Know Who You Are. So,
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was
Yeah.
at the fan club convention. There was a weekend,
Yeah.
but we had the Friday evening to ourselves, a bit like we're going to do tonight. But we had all the musicians in as well, didn't we?
We had Nick and Michelle
From Plum
Hall,
Yeah.
and we had Graham Bockley off Gogglebox.
Yeah.
He's a brilliant violinist.
Yeah.
Distinctive,
Brilliant, in
musician.
fact, a brilliant musician.
He's so unassuming, that guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His wife's
Really,
Reverend
really.
Kate Botley. You know, Kate Botley does Songs of Praise in the One Show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's more talented and less gobby than she is. Don't put that in because they're good friends of ours. Actually. But yeah. So we had me and Don did a bit of chat, and then took about an hour and a quarter of music, didn't we?
Yeah, it went great.
Yeah.
Good fun. You know.
Really good fun.
Yeah, no,
But we
yeah.
deliberately picked on some of the songs that Don had written, or had a hand in writing
Yeah.
in the early Slade days, because Don had written the lyrics.
And especially when we found out.
Doing really good lyrics.
Yeah,
They were.
I did the words.
Really,
I did the words.
They were really good.
Yeah.
They were better than some of Nods, weren't they?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't think he'd appreciate that.
Well,
It's true, though.
But mine,
No, they were different.
Not
What was
just.
nice, they were different.
Well, yeah, but not did the sort
Wonder
of.
Why's brilliant.
Yeah, I like that song. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Nod did.
Dapple Rose as well.
That's it. That's
right,
mine.
yeah,
Rose
Dapple
Yeah,
were my
Rose.
favourites.
Brilliant.
That was in contention to be a single at one time.
Was it?
Yeah, Chaz, well, you know, he really enjoyed that when we recorded it, and it actually was Alan O'Duffy who engineered a lot of the early Slade sessions.
Yeah.
He was the house engineer at Olympic Studios in Barnes, where we did all the early stuff.
Yeah.
And he was pushing for Dapple Rose as a single.
Cracking.
And you
Yeah.
recorded
did
at
it.
Olympic Studio.
Yeah.
I've got a gig there in a few months.
She's ringing again.
I didn't fucking work this. Terry,
You can cut that out, or you can leave it in
can I call you back, Terry? I'm just doing an
on the adult
interview.
version.
It's all right. I'll call you back, mate. All right.
But
Oh, you're at the front of the shop.
We-
We're at the back, so I'll be out shortly, Terry. I won't say shortly because it was about Daveville.
a little one.
Yeah, that's another one.
But we did it when Don came back to Retford. We did a book of his lyrics, called "Know Who You Are," and so I put that together with Don. But it's interesting looking through it. I think in only one of the songs was the word "baby" used, which was interesting.
Yeah,
You know, there was like 12 lyrics in there, but only "baby" was only used once.
Yeah, it's funny.
So there were. I won't say more literary, but there was a definite
think
change.
they were. But I mean, Noddy was great at hook lines.
Yeah.
That was
his
great.
expertise was.
Well, there's the thing that Slade got known for with that sort of the big shouting anthemic type thing.
Yes, and
you know,
boyish,
sort of thing.
and
But
laddish.
Yeah.
And I love that. But the thing I liked about these songs is they'd hardly been played live.
So what was that?
They'd hardly been played
Never
live.
been played like
So when we did the convention, the fans were really pleased to hear
Yeah.
"Know Who You Are," Dapple Rose, Wondering Why. Les and Graham did a really good slow down version of "Look What You've Done."
It was
It was
great.
like a
It was
torch
brilliant.
song. It was
Well,
brilliant.
Know Who You Are, the story behind that one, on the very first album, the Beginnings album on Fontana Records, we had an instrumental on there which we just jammed in the studio called Know Who You, called Genesis.
Yeah.
And Chaz, when we first met Chaz had heard it and he said, that's a great groove, you should put lyrics to that. So that's what I did. I just thought, and it became Know Who You Are.
That's a cool.
Because on Genesis,
Tired of your socks.
that's it. That was
H.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of sound effects and like studio things like that, phase and all
Phase
that.
and all that,
we just
on the-
took all that off and then just added the lyrics to it.
Great live and all.
Sorry?
Great live track.
Yeah,
Really good
Yeah.
live track. Heard that a few times. But
nice.
brilliant. But so the show that you do this evening,
Yeah.
what is it? Because it seems to be a bit of a chat and a bit of.
It
playing.
is. It's a bit of chat, a bit of poetry and verse, a bit of songs acoustically, with Don playing, because Don's obviously not 100% yet.
Yeah,
so
with
he's-
my
Yeah,
his
yeah.
legs.
You know, sort of thing, yeah.
So he's playing a bit of snare, and I'm playing the bass drum and the acoustic. So it's stripped down versions, really.
I'm going to mime the baritone ukulele. It looks like I'm part of the band, but I'm just pretending.
He's not. He's worked
But I
really
think-
hard.
I think-
Yeah, I've learnt those 4 chords that Les has been telling me about for a
Yeah.
month. Yeah.
But
Billy,
well,
you'll agree. There's only need 4 chords.
Absolutely.
Anything else is showing off.
that many.
There's 4
Yeah,
chords.
exactly.
There's
That's
4
many.
Les is
chords.
going to
Don't-
start off with a couple of songs.
Anymore, you're just
That's it,
showing
you
off.
get lots, yeah.
Yeah.
suppose
What did the
the-
status quo say? No, we haven't found the third one yet.
And what did somebody else say? There's no money above the 5th fret.
Yeah.
Somebody said that. And I love
That's
that
a good
one.
quote.
saying that
That's a good quote.
The
that.
first 2 songs that you're going to do are really
Yeah.
sort of autobiographical in the sense of how we met with men of a certain age and rose-tinted
Yeah,
glasses.
yeah.
Because that was the first one I knew of Les's. I met
Yeah.
him through Henry, and I'd got a lyric. I sent it to him, and he wrote and he put a tune to it.
Yeah.
So then after that, I'm going to do some poems because I sent you my book of slave poems, didn't I?
You did, yeah. And we sort of hit it off then, didn't
Yeah.
we, really? And started working together and writing together. And then we started writing with Don. And Don would send lyrics over to Paul. And
Yeah. So we've got some new stuff that's. But one of them we're going to do tonight, but we've got loads of songs to record next year, where Don supplied some of the lyrics. I've pieced them together, finished them off, sent them to Les, and then we've moved. Yeah.
Nice format.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
So it's sort of happened naturally, and we never thought when we started
No,
that it was
That
going to
it
be
would go
something,
as- yeah.
you know.
yeah.
So yeah, so like that, after that, Don's got a list of stories he's going to tell,
Yeah.
and then if we've got time, Les might do some music. You know, so
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you what, I always said when I was about to write my biography,
Yeah.
and I said I've given
is
Lisa
it
the
on
lady-
sale?
Sorry?
Sorry, is the biography on sale?
As far as I know, it's on
Is
sale.
it? Well,
It
just
should be.
say that,
Yeah,
yeah.
because my biography, Look What I Done, My Life Enslaved by Don Powell, is
I've
on
got
sale.
a copy in my bag, actually.
Have you?
Yeah.
Who's the bag? No, but when I told them I was doing the biography and I'd handed all my diaries over to Lisa Falkenberg, who wrote the book, they all went white. Yeah, because everything's in my diaries. Yeah.
It wasn't.
But it's a nice book.
No,
though,
but
isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
but
There's no
what
malice.
it was, but I said I want the last say. I want to read what you've
Yeah.
done. I'm not out to dish dirt.
No.
Or cause divorces or
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
like that. I said,
There seems to be a little bit of stuff brewing up at the moment, isn't it? About?
what's that?
Yes.
There's a bit of stuff brewing up at the moment, isn't it?
Well,
about
Nod had
something?
done an interview the other day.
Yeah.
About what? Sorry, was that?
No, that interview that Nod did for Virgin.
Oh
Mobile.
yeah,
It's alright.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I didn't
but
think it
I had a couple of texts and emails saying about it, and then we phoned, and I
listen to
didn't
it.
say,
He
I
doesn't
didn't.
say anything like
Oh,
really
no,
nasty. He just
no.
says
Nothing that
it
we
as
don't
it is.
already
It's just
know.
like, yeah,
No, and
exactly,
I
yeah.
wrote back the web. I said,
Once kept in a
I don't find
stable,
anything wrong
snug
with that.
and
No.
warm.
I mean, Noddy and Jim have not really seen eye to eye for years, so
no,
that was.
it's been like that for
Harry,
years.
well, that does happen.
But that's basically common knowledge.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
not
I
like-
hate Paul, and Paul hates Don.
Yeah.
Will, and he's my son.
I know.
Oh, that's natural. That's natural.
That's natural. Get a dog, that age.
Get a dog, the better.
Yeah.
They always love you, whatever.
I remember the classic when we, I think, thankfully Dad signed the HP form so I get my first kit of drums right.
Oh, right, yeah.
And he said, don't you dare come to me if anything goes wrong, you know. And I remember, I think we were on our third #1 slave, and my mum said to me, you've done what you wanted to do now, settle down and get yourself a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay those drums off.
Yeah, that's it.
Send them back.
Yeah.
We finish the
Yeah.
HP. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't pay for them, send them back.
Yeah. Them were the days.
Yeah.
But I think the nice thing is that you speak to all of the band, don't you? You're
Yeah.
on good terms with all of them.
Yeah.
So he's the and what Don's become is
Peacemaker.
the accessible face of Slade for the fans.
Yeah.
I mean, that weekend, I mean, the evening was ours, but the day after we went to band. And Don was around all day. And you know, when you go on tour with the band, it's always been a must, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, so he's always been.
I think it's
He's
interesting.
strange.
It's
Because he was-
interesting, you know.
He was the man in the background when we were
Yeah.
growing up. it was Nod and Dave who were at the front of the stage, whereas now it's gone
But
to
I hear some great things when I saw, especially in like the new territories we've been to over the last few years, like the Russian territories or the old Eastern Bloc territories, and you hear some of the stories about them trying to get records, you know, as it was then, vinyl records, and it took them like about 6, 8, 9 months to get a record. You know, through whatever channels they had to go through, it's unbelievable.
I think there was a time, the only thing I would say used to really get on my nerves when you had your bit of a quiet period.
Yeah.
And you didn't get the recognition is starting to come now as a good style, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's been like that for the last
But I still
few
think
years.
what happens with Slade is when the 70s are reassessed, they look at Bolan, they look at
Yeah.
Bowie,
Yeah.
they look at Roxy Music, because they're arty. They get
But that's
whereas
it,
Sweet and Mother
we-
Slade,
we-
the ones
we-
that most fans remember because they're fun.
We were never considered cool.
No.
But we weren't that kind of band anyway. Now, the classic one was when Chaz was always trying to make us, not into a Rolling Stone, but you know what I mean, trying to get a bit of controversy going. And we ain't that kind of people. And he did it once. He booked us into this really posh hotel and for us to get thrown out. We couldn't even do that. We
Throw that telly through the window.
So we were said we'd leave we'd leave the cold water tap running without the plug-in.
What a rebel.
And we were sending furniture down in the lift. But they just saw right through us and showed us out through the back door. When they weren't reacting, we called Chaz and we said, Chaz, they're not reacting, they're not doing anything. You've got to get yourself fucking thrown out. We were trying, but we ain't that kind of people,
One of the things that I can remember the first time I met the band, and it was a little club in town, and it was when you were doing you had a quiet period.
Okay, was that when we come back from the States, or was it before that?
I saw you on the Empire when you come back from the States.
Okay.
Was it Eric's? Or
What was
wasn't
that?
Eric's, it might have
Brady's.
been.
Oh, no.
Brady's.
Is
Saw
that a
them on
downstairs
Brady's.
one? Loads of skinheads were there.
Yeah, I saw them. Yeah, Brady's, which used to be Eric's.
Yeah.
In fact,
I think I was there.
Yeah.
Because I went to college at
them there. I
Ormskirk.
saw them also on a little place called Uglies in Duke Street.
Right.
Don't know.
Dead small with and there was a place above the Royal Court. It was like Pickwick's. It was called.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
a disco place.
Yeah.
I remember that gig because that was the very first time I saw them. Because
Yeah.
That was that, sorry, Paul?
it was the first time I'd seen them.
Yeah.
And the stage was only about that big, innit?
Yeah.
And there were loads of skinheads there.
Yeah.
And they started playing Wheels Ain't Coming Down.
Yeah.
Oh, right, that's it.
And there was loads of smoke everywhere.
it.
And Noddy suddenly went, stop. And there were two skinheads fighting. Well, yeah, stop. Well, yeah. And these two lads went, all right. It was like a supply teacher.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Right, we'll carry on.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Bang.
Yeah. But it was great. But I can remember walking down this little corridor, just saying to this bouncer or something, any chance of meeting the band? And he went, yeah, just go down that little corridor. And I was walking down there thinking, I hope they're not tickets. I've loved it for so long, you know what I mean? And when I walked in, you were
And they
all
didn't let
so
you down.
dead sound, honestly.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's been fantastic talking to you. We'll be in later on to catch
Yeah.
Great.
the,
Nice one.
and all that.
Cheers.
Really.
No, take care, mate. We'll see you later. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Will.
Thanks a lot.
We go and get a bag. We'll get a bag of chips.
And also, we do.
I better go and see if Martin's here.